Hello, people. So I just saw uh, the latest videos of certain rappers. So I'm just thinking, right? With the times, it seems like there's two kinds of cultures. There was one before the internet, and then there's one with the internet. I've come from the one before the internet, but transitioned with the new. There are artists who made it while before the internet came. So while they were successful, um, these new things, these new applications, they find no need to use them. Where it creates controversies maybe, because the new artist that's coming up in a new culture revolving around internet and stuff like that, where we can use its applications to reach a target audience. So it's like using a calculator. They didn't use a calculator. This culture is using a calculator. So it kind of like diminishes the artist coming up. Whereas like the ones who made it before the internet took place are looked at as I don't know, like relics or something. So what do I say about this? We can't go backwards, you know. It is unfair how the new are getting diminished because they're using a calculator. But we didn't make this world, you know. We was given it. Well, at least the new that are coming up are given it, you know. For everything nowadays, you have to use the internet. Get a job, to get a ID, just housing, even to apply for a license. Everything is done through. You want unemployment checks. Everything is done through the internet. So it discredits the authenticity of originality, because the ones that came up before the internet will look at you in a way where like you're never quite as, because you used the calculator. Wow, they didn't use the calculator. But like I said, we can't go backwards. It's not like we could just be like, all right, let's get rid of all the smartphones and the internet and go back to CDs and cassette tapes, and go back to the corners and start pushing, like CDs like I used to do, even while this was coming up, I was transitioning, I was like, I would go to the corner and sell my CDs. At first, I was giving them for free, but then I would sell my CDs right by the pizzeria, by Broadway, and just other spots in my city. And then I transitioned because I saw the smartness and effectiveness of its power, the internet, where I can reach millions of people, just by pushing a bunch of buttons, and me sitting in the sofa in front of my TV drinking Kool-Aid or something, I didn't have to get up and dress and go to the corner in the winter cold, snowing, Timberland boots, goose coat, none of that. Didn't have to do that, you know. Um, so I transitioned, and a lot of people like me transitioned from before the internet to the internet. Whereas those who made it before the internet, like I said, they're being viewed as like relics, you know. Um, but what I'm noticing is that it kind of debases the ones coming up, because we're relying on a calculator, you know. So I don't know. It has its pros and its cons. I like the use of the pros. You know, it is the technology. If you know how to use it, it is supposed to aggrandize you, make you a better at whatever it is you're after. Um, so it has its pros and its cons, you know. So now you just gotta be more creative and make it. We're making it's come to the point where we're forcing their hands, you know. They made it, they're successful, they don't need to do it without the internet. But you know what? We're making it so that they have no choice but to adapt to the new coming in, you know. Especially with people coming up like with forces of natures like yours truly, where you can't ignore. Yeah, so it's a coming wave that they can't even avoid, you know. They can't be on that slick shit where they be like, oh, you know, if you did that, you ain't on my level. Like, nah, we're gonna bring you down. You know what I mean? We're gonna bring you down because you think you all that and don't need it. Well, we're gonna show you that you need it. You know. So anyway, you tell me what you think. You know what I mean? I mean, it has its pros and its cons, but do you think it's fair? How the older, like the patriarchs of hip hop, downcast, you know, the new coming in because we're using a certain tool and getting rid of the mediator, sort of say, where we don't rely on the DJs like we used to, or the producers like we used to. We don't gotta wash their hands and give them tons of money, when we could do the things ourselves nowadays. Of course, they don't like that. They're losing money in that sense, but the power to the people. You know, we have more power in our rights, in our content. You know, like never before. I got material out there that'll topple your top 10, you know, favorite artists. You know what I mean? But because of the alignment, and me trying to be in control of my content, it's not ready for the world right now. You know what I mean? So you see a lot of. I mean, the way I started was just saying any gibberish things, because I grew up in an era where I was hearing people speak gibberish in their songs with no message, and it was becoming hit records. You know, this was disappointing me. This was upsetting me to the point where I was like, damn, if that shit makes it. And I was writing, you know, poetry since I was 13. I was like, if that shit makes it, I definitely gotta make it, man. I actually got a message, you know. and so that kind of irritated me, but I didn't know how to flow with the melody in the beginning. So I was thinking like, man, I don't care, you know, because they're spitting garbage and it's becoming famous. I'ma spit something off the beat. You know what I mean? It's garbage, but you know, maybe somebody will like it just because of the words, not because of the melody. And so that's what I did. I went in that direction. I was like, I don't care if I'm not flowing or I'm on the beat. You know what I mean? I'm gonna just spit some lyrical content and see if it catches attention. And for a couple of years, it wasn't catching attention. You know what I mean? Or at least it was catching attention to people saw potential. But like I said, because I wanted to be in control of my content, I always fought to be independent, and I did everything on my own. You know, for as far as logo designs, music, lyrical beats. I went to the studio. I met a couple of producers, but just to collaborate and build rapport. You know, in the industry, in the field. But the best kind of work, man, is the one you do for yourself. You know. So yeah, man. You know, I started in that direction, perfecting my craft, and now I got material that I know will be hit records even 5-10 years from now, with content, you know, with actual message, but it's all you know, who has the most control of his content, and the internet has allowed that for young artists coming up, whereas the older artists never used it, and controlled their content because they were making money. They were on ahead of a trend, like we are on as far as the internet. So it's like, you know, it's like comparing I don't know, Muhammad Ali with Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? It's just doesn't work, you know, or Arnold Schwarzenegger with what do you call it, Ray Cutler, or you know, one of those strong bodybuilders and stuff. You can't compare, you know, the old with the new. Rocky Marciano with Muhammad Ali, you know. It's just a different time zone, different era, and so this is one of those things where they're being looked at now as remnants of an old archaic epic, you know, of the beginning, maybe mid phase. You gotta realize, you know, I'm born in the 80s, but I was running around doing crazy things in the 90s, and that's when kind of like hip hop was like flourishing, the golden era. And so my generation is it's a unique vestige, you know, where you don't see those people no more. It's like seeing people from World War II or World War One. You know, I actually met somebody from World War One when I was like 13. Shook his hand and everything. But you don't see those people no more. So I'm like a dying breed, you know, from the 90s, and witnessed a lot of things like 9/11 and Persian Gulf. But anyway, this is not to brag and stuff on. What I'm just saying is just that times has changed, and we use tools. They don't, but they're gonna feel the repercussions if they want to be remembered, you know. So anyway, leave your comments, share your thoughts if you feel me, if you can relate to what I'm saying, and yeah, share, subscribe. Peace.